Imagine a world where stock traders no longer needed to shout across a crowded trading floor or wave pieces of paper to buy and sell shares. Today, that sounds normal, but in the late 1960s, it was a revolutionary idea. The story of Nasdaq is the story of how technology transformed the financial world forever. Before Nasdaq existed, almost every stock trade happened on traditional exchanges, like the New York Stock Exchange. Brokers gathered on a physical trading floor where deals were made face-to-face. This system worked, but it was often slow, expensive, and lacked transparency. Investors had limited access to real-time price information, making it difficult to know whether they were getting a fair deal. Recognizing these problems, the National Association of Securities Dealers, or NASD, decided to modernize the market. Their vision was simple but ambitious: create the world's first fully electronic stock market that would use computers instead of a physical trading floor. On February 8, 1971, Nasdaq officially launched. The name stood for the National Association of Securities Dealers Automated Quotations. At first, Nasdaq didn't execute trades directly. Instead, it displayed electronic price quotations from market makers, allowing brokers to see accurate prices instantly. Even this small innovation was groundbreaking because it brought a new level of transparency to the stock market. In its early years, many investors were skeptical. Traditional exchanges had decades of history, while Nasdaq relied on computers, something that was still relatively new. But as technology improved, Nasdaq gradually earned the trust of traders and investors. During the 1980s, Nasdaq introduced more advanced trading systems that allowed trades to be executed electronically. This made transactions much faster than the traditional open outcry method used by many stock exchanges. Lower costs and higher efficiency attracted more companies and investors to the platform. One of the biggest reasons behind Nasdaq's success was its focus on innovative companies. While older exchanges were dominated by banks, manufacturers, and industrial businesses, Nasdaq became the preferred home for technology firms. As the personal computer revolution began, many fast-growing tech companies chose Nasdaq for their stock listings. Companies like Microsoft, Intel, Cisco, Apple, Amazon, and later Google and Meta all became closely associated with Nasdaq. As these companies changed the world through innovation, Nasdaq's reputation grew alongside them. The 1990s marked a historic period known as the dot-com boom. Internet companies appeared almost overnight, and investors rushed to buy their shares. Nasdaq became the center of this excitement because most internet and technology companies were listed there. The Nasdaq Composite Index soared to record highs as investor optimism reached unprecedented levels. However, in the year 2000, the dot-com bubble burst. Many internet companies had little revenue or profits, and their stock prices collapsed. The Nasdaq Composite Index lost nearly 80% of its value over the next 2 years. It was one of the biggest crashes in stock market history, teaching investors the importance of balancing excitement with careful analysis. Despite this painful setback, Nasdaq survived and continued to evolve. Strong technology companies recovered, while weaker businesses disappeared. Over the following decades, giants like Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, Nvidia, and many others grew into some of the most valuable companies in the world, helping Nasdaq regain its strength. Nasdaq also expanded globally through mergers and acquisitions, becoming much more than just a stock exchange. It began providing trading technology, market surveillance systems, and financial services to exchanges around the world. Today, many global financial markets use technology developed by Nasdaq. The Nasdaq Composite Index is now one of the most closely watched stock market indexes on the planet. It includes thousands of companies with a strong emphasis on technology, biotechnology, artificial intelligence, communication services, and other high-growth industries. Investors often use its performance as a measure of innovation and the health of the technology sector. What makes Nasdaq unique even today is that it remains deeply connected to innovation. Many of the world's fastest-growing companies choose Nasdaq because of its reputation for supporting businesses that are shaping the future. From a simple electronic quotation system launched in 1971 to one of the most influential financial marketplaces in the world, Nasdaq has completely changed the way stocks are traded. It proved that technology could make markets faster, more transparent, and more accessible for everyone. The next time you hear about the Nasdaq reaching a new high or falling sharply, remember that you're not just hearing about another stock exchange. You're hearing about a marketplace that pioneered electronic trading, fueled the rise of the world's biggest technology companies, and forever changed the history of global finance.